This is TWiT.
I want to get us back into the swing of things by talking about Google. They announced this week it's acquiring a big portion of Taiwan hardware maker HTC. Google pays $1.1 billion, gets 2,000 new employees. HTC keeps about 2,000 employees, gets a ton of cash, which they need desperately. And this is the interesting part, is that HTC is going to continue making its own HTC-branded devices. Simultaneously, we know that Google's going to announce the Pixel 2 on October 4th. So I promised that this would be the double rainbow explanation. What does it mean?
It means HTC has some more money to invest in its VR headset, which didn't go to Google, right? Google bought the Pixel team from last year, right? HTC made the first Pixel last year, and those people are going to Google, which gives you a hint to why Google bought this group of people at HTC. But this gives the other HTC the money to keep investing in VR until VR starts catching with consumers, which it has not.
So that's the good side for HTC, but then let's look at it from the Google side. So, you know, HTC's stock price is down 96% from what it was at its all-time high, way back. It's bleeding cash, struggling. Is it, do you think, because Google felt held hostage by the fact that one of their best, you know, their hardware manufacturer is struggling? Did they have to do this?
No, I think Google is gearing up for a new age in consumer electronics of glasses, and they need more people who know how to build things, because Google is knows it's going to be in a war with Apple and Microsoft and Amazon, and is gearing up for that war. I think it's a smart purchase on that point. I don't think Google really cares about the business interests of HTC and whether it survives or not. Google has plenty of great partners with Samsung. LG's making the new Pixel 2 phone, and Huawei. I'm going to Huawei's launch of the Mate 9 or 10 coming up in a couple weeks in Germany. And so Google has plenty of Android partners who are doing real well, and that's why HTC has been in trouble, by the way. Samsung and Huawei have been taking it apart in the worldwide market. Right?
So Google wants to be in the hardware business. They have to be in order to be competitive. They can't just be a services.
And you're seeing all sorts of new products coming out, right? Amazon has the Echo, Google has Google Home, and a bunch of other products. I have a new Wi-Fi mesh network that comes from Google, right? So there's plenty of places to use engineers and supply chain experts who know how to get things built to build real product. Right?
So maybe they thought this was a fire sale. They could get a lot of good talent. Okay.
$550,000 per employee. I did the math on my calculator.
Wow.
Yeah, the 1.1 billion, 2,000 employees, 550 grand. That's a big recruiting sum, but they are obviously coming in and integrated teams that know how to do stuff. I mean, do either or any of the three of you think that Google now regrets losing or getting rid of Motorola? Because they're kind of, you know, they had a lot of these people good at making stuff.
And that was the first comment when we started talking about HTC's rumor that Google was going to be buying a piece of it was, oh, didn't they screw up Motorola before?
Right. And it hasn't been that long, has it?
That's what big companies do. They buy smaller companies and they screw it up, and then they try it again and screw it up again. And we'll see if this actually makes something out of it. But you can tell Google is in a different space than it was back at the Motorola launch. Yeah, Google has quite a few hardware products now. Yeah, and we're entering a new era of competition among these big players. So staffing up at this point makes a lot of sense to me.
Let's hit some of those products just so we go through them. So the Pixel 2 XL, we saw leaks in black and white, just black. Maybe $849 for a 64-gigabyte phone. That's coming from Droid Life, I think. Pixel 2, 3 colors, kinda blue is one of the colors.
Miles Davis reference,
right?
Love it. Yeah.
Got it. Okay, that's very googly to do that, right? And the Pixel Book, expensive. It's a $1,200 Chromebook-ish. I mean, that's spendy, but people are excited about it. So
probably with a really nice OLED screen on it, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So all this, Google announcing all this October 4th in San Francisco. Yeah, I think they obviously are in the hardware business and feel like they have to compete.